Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're wondering what used to sit right here on the remnants of these two rotten planks, well, it's not here anymore. That was 5J 2115, my grandpa's old cat, first D2 I ever bought. Pop some links up here in the corner right now, maybe over here, I can't remember. But I took the engine out of that about this time last year to tear down for parts. And since we're starting on the back end of 1113, well, I decided that while I still had weather conducive to being outside, I ripped down the entire back end of 2115 this weekend too. Didn't take time to film any of it. We've got snow on the way in the morning, so it was all hands on deck, just getting that thing taken apart this weekend and then putting a lot of other things away around here, getting ready for the ground to be covered in snow for the next 6 months. Like so many other things, her fenders made it over here to my scrap pile. That's 2115's old bell housing right there, broken beyond all repair. You can see the cross brace here was, oh my gosh, there had been breaks and welds and patches put in, and then they welded it besides. You can see all of the nasty scabbed on metal that was put on back here. Big holes had been torched in that, and it had been cut out and reused, and hardly anything left of the original fender, just that piece there. That's all quarter plate that I think had been used several times over. I don't know how many times it threw tracks and gouged up all of that stuff. So not even parts there. That stuff's just gonna get scrapped. We'll go to where I have the rest of it. We cleaned this area out. That's our snow piling area out in front of the pole barn. We still need to get the old 53 Chev out of there. I know you guys have been noticing that in the background. We'll see if we can get to that, at least do a walk around here yet this year. All right, coming up here next to the narrow RD6, where I had 1113's back end broken down the other weekend. You can see under here, that's 1113's back end, and that's been getting soaked with penetrating oil periodically. So here's 2115's back end. I got it set right in front of it. This one's going to get torn down about the same time I do this. There might be some pieces that I may need in here, especially with this input shaft or this clutch shaft. All of that stuff is impossibly seized on 1113 right now. So 2115 may end up lending some parts to that build yet. I know the steering clutches weren't much on it, but we still have shifter and shift rails, possibly some gears in there might be good. Over here you can see there's 1113's track roller frames, and I took 2115's roller frames, idlers and everything, and just set on top of 1113's track chains. These are, well, there's not a whole lot left of these. There's a lot of worst case scenario stuff with those that we're going to show you guys, but again, I'm going to dismantle those. We're going to save anything that's good out of that. We're going to scrap the rest, just like we've been doing with all the other parts stockpiles I've had around here. And here, under this flap, there is 2115's final drives, or what is left of them. Our brake pedals were not quite as slick as those ones that John sent, but they were getting there pretty close. And there's not a lot left in these. I know I threw this one with the yellower paint on together pretty fast after I'd been into it, taking parts out to get the Iron Mistress running, oh shoot, like back in 2009. And I put some real junky stuff back in that just to keep 2115 rolling. It's got chipped bull gear teeth and some bad bearings, and the clutch drums are hatched, but we're gonna dismantle those and see if there's anything worth keeping in those while we're doing the final drives on 1113. And I just coiled up 2115's old track chains just to keep these off the ground for now. We got, let's see if we can find one here, easy to see. As you can see, bushings are worn clear through to the pins on these. There's a lot of pins that have been running loose. Some are even goobered in by weld. So those are pretty much only good for scrap metal or to keep final drives from freezing down to the ground. So yeah, we have quite a few parts here to go through when we start getting into 1113's back end. So there's also some pretty impressive repairs that were done to this back of this housing here on old 2115 that I want to show you guys once we get into that. But we're about ready to cover things up here. Like I said, there's going to be snow in the morning, probably several inches of it before tomorrow is out, so it begins. I know this is not much of a video, guys. I didn't take time to film any of the dismantle the whole time. I was thinking I probably should, but I just had to get things done so fast that I had to leave the camera inside. But that's what I've been up to. We've had a little bit of progress on the radiator for 1113, been a little bit of progress on the Super M, not enough to throw a video up for either one, so this is just kind of a what I've been up to update. We're going to cover things here. It's getting cold out here, and it's about to get dark anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. We will have some real episodes coming out soon. Hope to see you back for that.